Persons in this newscast are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our other social media platforms.
Beavis, that also sucked.
What do you know, asswipe?
I know everything but Munch.
You're a stupid son of a bitch.
Hey, what's up this morning? Welcome aboard the Madhouse.
What do you want to tell me now, tough guy? I said, hey, what are you doing here? I'm going to tell you to go fuck your mother. I thought he was going to shit. What do you want to...
Hey, what's up, everyone? We got a hell of a show for you guys today. We got some funny stuff. We're going to go up to North Dakota, then Canada. Then we're going to talk about the 9 funniest things that the Custom Border Patrol has seized, as well as you can drink like the drug kingpin El Chapo. Yeah, that is right. The first story, man, you know, I talked about this the other day. The Williston Herald, okay? It is more of a soap opera freaking magazine, if you ask me. It surely the hell ain't no damn newspaper. It's tabloid, I'm telling you, tabloid. And then we're gonna go up to Canada. It seems like the police were lying about somebody's safety, so they kept them into the halfway house, and that has to do with a rock machine. I believe ex-member, you know, well, according to the story, you never freaking know what is true and what is not true when it comes to what the newspapers are reporting. Before we begin, thanks for the 20,000 subscribers over on YouTube. You guys freaking rock, man. Rock, man. The news is getting out there to the biker scene. And later on, we'll also cover events. So we're going to have a pretty packed show. We're going to keep going that route. Everybody seems to be liking that. But let's go to the first story. Okay, here we go. Man accused of having meth, guns in his car when he told police he was being followed. And this right here is the Williston Herald, the tabloid. It might as well be the National Enquirer. Jamie Kelly, who's the editor over there, writes a 30-year-old man is being held on $25,000 bond after police say he was caught with methamphetamines and loaded guns in his car. Okay, it's going to get better. Jeremy Berger was charged February 14th with possession of a methamphetamine with intent to deliver while in possession of a firearm, a Class A felony, as well as a Class A misdemeanor counts of possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was also cited for a criminal infraction accusing him of carrying a loaded firearm in a vehicle.
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard!
I gotta agree. Anyway, Berger was arrested Thursday after he drove up to a Watford City police officer in the parking lot of the police department. According to an affidavit of probable cause filed in Northwest District Court, Berger told the officers that he was being followed. Now, this dude ain't so bright, okay? I don't know what the hell they got up in North Dakota, but this dude ain't bright. He has all this stuff on him, and he goes up to a police officer. That makes no sense. Let's read on. He told the officer that members of the motorcycle club Sons of Silence were trailing him, court records indicate. Berger said he was surrounded by them. Dude was too busy on his own product, if you ask me. Dude is crazy. He a freak. He goes up to cops with all that crap in his car, and then he says he's being followed. Dude, you little psycho, man. Little psycho. The officer found loaded firearms in the back seat of Berger's car. Berger does not have a concealed carry permit. driver's license, or state ID charging documents state, dude don't need to have a gun, man. He's a freak. Don't need it. After the guns were removed from the car, Berger kept talking to the officer. Yeah, that's the problem with people. When you get around Leo, you keep on running the gums and you get yourself in trouble. Next thing you know, you're in a cell, you're crying and whining, all that good stuff. Quote, Berger appeared distraught and could not keep a straight line of thought and could not stop moving around and fidgeting. The officer wrote in the affidavit a probable cause. That's because he was smoking. That's why. Either that, he was snorting. Based upon my training and experience, these are some of the signs of possible methamphetamine use, including, you get this, paranoia that somebody was after him. A canine unit was called and the dog alerted to the presence of drugs. Them damn dogs ain't stupid, man. Leo might be, but them damn dogs ain't, man. They smarter than the cops. I'm telling you. Anyway, Williston Herald had to make sure they put in the Sons of Silence. The same newspaper that put in a different article about how there was a fire at a man's house and it turned out to be his neighbor, and they claimed it was the Sons of Silence, and it wasn't. Where's the retraction, by the way? There's no retraction. And then they print a story about a guy threatening a bunch of witnesses. I guess he has ties to SOS, but they didn't even prove that. And next thing you know, a prosecutor goes in front of a judge and says that he's threatening people, but has no proof. Yes, North Dakota, you guys smoking some stuff out there. This is the United States. You have to have proof to your allegations. Well, unless you're McCabe at the FBI. I don't know. Anyway, that's the Williston Herald. Hey, Jamie Kelly, let's get going and doing some little more background where you'll always be considered a tabloid to us. Anyway, let's go up to Canada. Former biker gang member claims SQ lied to keep him behind bars. No, not the Leo. They would never lie to you. Yeah, right. Despite claiming that he had no longer had fears for his life, Emard, dude, that's like a boy named Sue, man. Going around with that kind of name, I'm just going to call you E right now, okay? Because I don't want to embarrass you any more worldwide than with that name. Requested that the public be excluded from his parole hearing. Paul Cherry out of the Montreal Gazette. There it is. Officers are escorting rock machine boss Juan Francis Imard out of the courthouse. Man, you got that Quebec, man. That French stuff, man. I'm using freaking... I use nicknames on this one. A former outlaw motorcycle gang member claims that the cops lied about threats made on his life in order to keep him behind bars. The claims made by E, a man who tried to revive the Rock Machine biker gang in Quebec, are described in a written summary of a decision made by the Parole Board of Canada. The board decided to lift the suspension of E's day parole, which had been granted in May of 2019 based on information supplied to the SQ. The suspension was imposed just days after he was granted day parole because a halfway house was unwilling to assume the risk of having E as a resident. You know, it is always funny, the criminal justice system in Europe or in Canada, Australia, man, they pretty cool than our inmates, man. They'll let you out on day passes, or you don't murder somebody, next thing you know, you did 8 years, you did enough. What's going out there? You know, I know one of our listeners, Harm, lives up there in Dawana. You got to tell me what's up with that system up there in Canada. During his hearing on Thursday, E told the parole board he believes the SQ lied about the threats because he is currently suing the provincial police over how one of its officers, Bruno, hey Bruno, what are you doing, Bruno, hey, Landry assaulted him in a detention cell. Landry received a 60-day suspension. According to court records, the lawsuit filed in 2017 and has yet to be settled. E is seeking $475,000 from Landry, the SQ, and Quebec's Attorney General. No wonder he's a former with that kind of machine. E is serving 33-month sentence he received in 2018 after he was convicted of having possessed a firearm and drugs while parading around in Rock Machine gang colors. The sentence includes a 30-month sentence he received later on May 2nd after he is found guilty of having committed an indecent act by having sex on the hood of a car parked on the side of a public roadway. Hey, he was getting his freaking nuts off, man. You guys can't go after him for that. You know what? Look at some police cars when they're parked like down in an alley or something. Yeah, they getting their gig on out there, man. Then it goes on. The Rock Machine started out in Montreal in the early 90s. Actually, it was the mid-80s. The group became part of an alliance of criminal organizations that fought the Hells Angels over drug trafficking turf all over Quebec. The conflict, which became known as Quebec's Biker Gang War, stretched from 94 to 2002. For those that do not know about the Quebec Bike War, man, that was a hardcore one. I think like 160 people died on that one. Pretty hard stuff up there, man. They had like RPGs and everything. It was crazy. Anyway, I promised I'd tell you how to drink like a Mexican cartel boss. And here it is! El Chapo Beer, launched by daughter. This out of Reuters. Jose Luis Asrano. There it is, El Chapo. Have a cold one, have an El Chapo Beer. That's the message of Guzman, whose company has developed a craft beer dedicated to her infamous incarcerated kingpin father, Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. The beer is part of the El Chapo 701 brand, which has already launched a clothing line and gets its name from when Forbes named him the 701st richest person in the world. Forbes estimated his net worth at $1 billion at the time, and I can guarantee you he's got that crap hid. Quote, this is an arsenal beer with 4% alcohol. This prototype is a lager, and it's made up of malt, rice, and honey. So good. Let's see here. It's only 70.10 pesos, $3.73, man. So if you want to drink like a Mexican kingpin, look up El Chapo Beer. Now let's go to the 9 craziest things seized by Customs and Border Protection. This by Morgan Phillips out of Fox News. Drugs, fake IDs, and counterfeit goods are only the beginning of what Customs and Border Protection officers seize on a daily basis. Here are the 9 crazy things people have tried to sneak across international borders.
Beef jerky? Oh, no, son, thank you very much. No, it gives me the wind, something terrible.
Anyway, if you're over on MotorcycleMadhouse.com, Spotify, iTunes, all that, come over to YouTube, and you will see this freaky stuff. The first thing is live pigeons. Customer officials stopped a 23-year-old Australian man after they discovered 2 eggs in a vitamin container in his luggage. An Egyptian mummy linen. Number 3, live tarantulas. Yuck. A German man in 2011 pled guilty to shipping hundreds of live tarantulas into the U.S. through the mail. Make sure you check your mail. There might be some damn spiders in there. 4, this one, oh my goodness gracious. Man disguised as a car seat. Yes, very true, as a car seat. Mexican national Enrique Aguilera Chanchula can be seen sewn into a passenger seat of a vehicle in an attempt to illegally enter the USA. Oh my God, this one's funny. He was stopped at the San Sergio border crossing in Cali in 2001. Black market baloney. Now, do you guys call it baloney like us in Chicago, or you call it bologna? I don't know. Anyway. More than 150 pounds was seized in 2019 in El Paso. Bologna is prohibited to cross the border due to its pork content. It's just like the water. You don't want to drink it down there. You don't want to eat that bologna. Anyway, love songbirds. Number 7. Here's a good one for all us bikers. A whole pig's head. Hardy the Beagle, who works for CBP as an agriculture detective, discovered this roasted pig head and other remnants at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. The passenger was traveling from Ecuador. Was relieved as leftovers, and they were destroyed to avoid inducing foot and mouth disease. Really? You just weird out there. Dead birds for pet food. And finally, live tropical fish. So yeah, they, that pig's head, oh my God, really? They find some crazy things, I guess. Now let's go on to our events coming up. Of course, March 6th through the 15th, we got Daytona Bike Week. And they're also, if you go on their website, officialbikeweek.com, you can win a motorcycle. Only 4,500 tickets are being sold. Looks like a decent one. And then, you got the Boot Heel Post to go visit. JP Cycles is going to be up there. Some of the events, the first annual Coast Harley-Davidson Bike Show, March 9th through, March 9th. It's going to be a one-day show. 2020 48 Rats Hole Bike Show on the 14th. The Daytona Swap Meet on the 6th. Free Honda factory demo rides at RC Hill Honda of DeLand. On the 6th through the 14th, and the official Bike Week Welcome Center is open March 6th through the 15th. So that is Daytona. They got a whole travel guide, the whole 9 yards. Go check out their stuff. Then down to Arizona Bike Week, April 1st through the 5th. You can go to azbikeweek.com, check out all the rally info, man. Looks like they're going to have Texas Hippie Blackberry Smoke there. They got tickets, and they're saying the campground sell out pretty quick, so get over there, check it out. The location, West World of Scottsdale, 16601 North Pima Road in Scottsdale. Oh my God, you know what? All you people in Arizona can go suck on a pecker, man. Let me tell you, I'm over here freezing my you-know-what off, and it's 72 degrees down there. Oh, Thursday, gonna be 81. My God, I'm stupid for a living here. Stupid, I'm telling you. Oh my God. So what do you guys think about the pig head, man? What is the weirdest thing that you've ever ate? I like pig's feet. I don't know about you guys, but they taste good. Hey, when you go to a hog roast, or, you throw one, whatever, you're the cook, what do you like, man? How long do you cook it for? And what is the base that you're using for that hog? A lot of people, they got those rent-a-things now. I think it's like $100, $200 or something. You rent it. You got the freaking thing, the pig hanging there, twirling around, all that stuff. A lot of people make pulled pork sandwiches. But, again, let's go back to, you know what? We need to start like a petition or something with this Williston Herald, man. They got to start confirming. I know how small town newspapers are, but you got, the sensationalism that you're trying to sell your newspapers with these stories is unreal. Again, I don't know how your people think up there, but down here, and I think the rest of the country, we can see through that noise. This is the third story out of the Williston Herald that mentioned the Sons of Silence with no damn proof whatsoever. All they did was take Leo's side of the story. They didn't research nothing, and they printed it. Now, here's a guy hopped up on methamphetamines, guns in his car, claiming that the SOS is following him. Now, do I think this is true? Nope. And you know why? Because Leo put it in the report that that's what he said. Dude's crazy. He probably didn't even say that, but he had to spice it up a little bit. You know what? Leos do that kind of stuff. Come to Chicago just for the summer and get pulled over by CPD and see what happens. I'm telling you. You won't like it. Then again, a lot of people ask about the Quebec Biker War. You got to go look that stuff up. You know, I remember in the 90s, man, that was some hot stuff happening, man. Every other day you would hear about something going on up there. They didn't play around the Rock Machine with the 81, man. It went back and forth, back and forth. I know Rock Machine has a couple chapters here in the United States now, and they also have them around the world, so they grew pretty big. But they still don't play no games up in Canada, man. It was pretty messed up. What do you guys think about El Chapo's beer? You guys gonna, go get you some? Anyway, again, appreciate the 20,000 subscribers over on YouTube. We're gonna try to hit 30,000 in the next couple months. So if you'd help share everything, that'd be awesome. Don't forget to follow us on all our other platforms like Twitter, Spotify, MotorcycleMadhouse.com. You guys know you can leave a message, and I might play it on an episode of Motorcycle Madhouse Radio for you guys. Next episode that we will be having over there will be what I think about leaving a motorcycle club. With that, I'll talk to you guys later.